let me jump in for a second.
Yeah.
Well, abstractly, there's nothing and everything, and everything is nothing vibrating and absolute potential and all that kind of stuff. But the essence of it is there's a vibratory sense of being. Now, Bill, when he uses, this gets into a little bit of the conceptualization, but we'll keep the feeling in it somehow. Awareness, basically, Bill uses it synonymously, I'll get it out, with consciousness. Neville Goddard will say awareness of being. So he's made a distinction between awareness and being. The truth of the matter is, being is vibratory awareness. That the energy of that vibrating, if you start with a premise of pure awareness, when the awareness vibrates, you got 0 and 1, or you got mommy and daddy. And there is, and it's a wedding of form and space. Here it's sort of clunky. In other words, the form that you're looking at is it's all energy at some level. That's solid energy, and what you're looking at in space is unsolid energy, but there's energy in the space that your senses don't allow you to see it. So what you're saying with the feeling is really my mind, which is reflected light, once again focuses on the direct light of the sun, which is vibratory and warm and has all those qualities, and there's a reunion of father and mother, I guess. You get into the lovemaking thing by feeling. Generally, from a male, you could say mind male, female sensation, but you need the cup, you need the emptiness, and you need the form to have something that has some utility to it. So we're both of those things, and if we stop if the programmed identification as form were relaxed a little bit, the feeling is closer to source. It's closer to source energy. The truth of the matter is.
Yeah, that's a really good way to say it.
And the mind tends to be afraid of that. In other words, the mind can't know it. It has to trust it. Ultimately, if it trusts it, it's sort of like the wave going back into the ocean saying, "Oh my, I'm the ocean. I can't die. Now I can go back and be a wave with that understanding and really have a lot of fun."
Exactly. That's it. Now I can ride the waves and have fun. Exactly. It's an ocean, and I get to ride the waves. A lot of my writing is about the ocean and riding the waves, because that is exactly the feeling of it. I'm the ocean, and I get to ride the waves. I mean, that's all three. That is all three of those. I get to ride the wave, I get to experience riding the wave, and I am the ocean. I mean, how could it be more beautiful than getting to experience it? Getting to know and love and have fun like the child, that's the child. The child gets to experience the joy of being at the beach, playing in the sand, riding the waves, feeling the sunshine, his little shovel in his bucket, and life is just so beautiful, and there's not a worry in the world, and that is what God is. And that is our pleasure to be here, and we get the pleasure of being here. I just want to share how beautiful this is, and how good God is. It just is incredible how good God is, that we don't have to sacrifice anything, we don't have to lose anything, we don't have to not be able to feel this and experience it, and the whole joy is all three of these components at once, and I get to be all of it. And my pleasure is that I'm the little kid at the beach. That's it. That's what I get to be, and that's what I love. I don't want to figure it out anymore. I don't care if I'm the ocean. I don't care if I'm the waves. I love being the kid. That's like, wow. I'm just always at Disneyland going, wow. And this is what Bill was talking about the child. And that's why I'm going, okay, Bill, come on, Bill, step up with we've got to get this out here. I got to tell everybody. This is like, whoa, it's a day at the beach. God is a day at the beach.
Well, there's a book.
Nothing. I mean, we get mommy serving sandwiches, and we get the sand in the potato chips, and we get like, wow, this is just so cool. And the seagulls and the sunset and the sky and that's what's happened. so that's exactly it, and that's all I really want to tell anybody is like, we get to be the little kid at the beach. That's all there is to it.
Well, God is a Day at the Beach is probably a good book title.
That would probably be it. My title, I'm not telling you what my... No,
did you change that title? Because I love that title.
No, I'm not telling you what my title... No, I'm not telling publicly what my...
Oh, okay, I got you. Good.
You got what it is.
Okay.
Yes, that's a great title, and I love it.
It was the first time you said it. It just...
That title, because... It worked perfectly because it is about the beach and the joy of being the child and all that. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mind is busy here. Let it jump back in for a second.
Yeah, I'll send it to you on text. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I don't want to put it out there until it might make it mine, because I want it to be special. Yeah.
Okay. That's your call. What keeps coming up? Okay, for the folks that aren't familiar with the child, how does that relate to awareness?
Well, let's see. Interesting. It relates to awareness because each of us, when we were children, when we were little kids, literally 4, 5, 2, we experienced awareness in its purity, in its most closest to the source form, because we had been just born, because we had just come from the pure source of presence, living, or something like, I don't know what was before, but I just know that we were so close to it because we were just coming into this world in that sense of objective form,
Mm-hmm.
And so there we are as a little child, and we are at that point experiencing the unadulterated, pure, non-conceptual wholeness of ourself. We are fearless. As a child being born into the world, we are pure fearlessness. I mean, we don't see anything separate from ourselves. There's nothing to be afraid of. Fear does not start until we start to go to, I don't know, maybe in kindergarten, maybe that first day in school where somebody looks at you and says, "Oh my God, why are you wearing those stupid shoes?" And you go, "Oh shoot, I'm doing something wrong," And then this feeling of losing, slowly, gradually, we start to become less and less that pure child awareness. And that awareness, when you're a child, you are just pure awareness. You don't even know you're there. You're not your body. You're not thinking. You're not trying to analyze anything. You are kind of, your mommy and your daddy are there. I mean, everything is just here. It's just a here-ness and a beingness. And that's the pure awareness in the beginning, where Jesus says, go back to the beginning, and that is the child. And the child at that point is also the meadow. It's the same, because the place and identity are the same thing. You really can't separate place and identity. I am here and I am. I am and I am here, experiencing this awareness as a place, as a literally looking out, I'm here in this place. That is my identity. So identity and place are the meadow at that point. And so I am in the meadow, I am there, I am the child. And then I start to grow up, and then it starts to become intellectualized and feeling of separation and the feeling of fear. And so fear starts happening. And then it's, I want to be like them, I want to be over there, I want to have this, I want, and then out of fear, and then the struggle to get rid of the fear through, religion or finding God or finding the truth, and then we turn around and we start the journey back home. And so coming home is coming back home to the childlike awareness, except that now, when we come back to that childlike awareness, which is just perfectly being present right here in the world, when I see it again, when I realize my awareness again, now I go, ooh, this is lovely. This feels beautiful. This is the peace. This is the tranquility and the light and the love that all the saints and the gurus and the enlightened have been talking about. This is what Buddha was talking about. I've found it again, but on finding it again, I know what I found. And that's the little bit of difference of the first position of being the child born into the world. I don't know what I have. Third position is having walked through the adult and having experienced fear and separation and all that, it's misery. Having done that, when I come back, I go, yes, because now I have a comparison. Now I know. So I go, oh, yeah, okay, I get it. This is it. This is it. And when you can know this is it, that's the third place. That's the knowing. And that's why I always want to say, look, you guys, you can experience this. It isn't like, like I know a lot of the people who get into this sort of a subjective idea of some great emptiness or void, they will say, well, it can never be experienced because there's no you there to experience. Not true. Not true at all. And that's kind of also where my book wants to go. Not true. You get to experience it, and that's the beauty of it. That's God's love. God doesn't deprive us of the experience. It's like a little kid learning to tie a shoe or ride a bike. Would life or truth or joy deprive a child of knowing that he knows how to ride the bike? What a joy, knowing that he knows how to tie shoes. Now I know what this light and truth and love is that I'm living. I know who it belongs to. I know what is being it. This is the pleasure and the love of it. This is getting to love it, is because it's God's gift to me to get to experience this and to get to know who I am and to get to explore it even further, because this isn't the end of it. This isn't the end of the meadow. This is into the meadow, and now the exploration of this third place where I get to live this awareness again as the child at the beach. This is where true, creative, innovative, exploring this whole beauty of this world of God's presence, I get to do, and I get to know I'm doing it, and I get to know what I found. That's what's so beautiful about it. God doesn't deprive us of anything.